Hello, everybody. It's Ray here today. Um, I've been on testosterone, otherwise known as T, for 9 months and 5 days today. I'll probably stop counting after I hit a year. Um, anyway, that's where I'm at right now. For for men who are looking at this pre-T, people and men who are looking at transitioning, I just wanted to talk a little bit about what is happening to me physically, um, so that you'll have a point of reference in the future for yourself. It may happen to you, it may not. Um, at any rate, my voice has dropped tremendously. I started off with a low voice to begin with, but it's getting even lower. My sister said she thinks it's lower than my father's right now. I'm pretty happy with that result. Also, my feet have gotten bigger, maybe by a size and a half. So I had to give away all my old shoes because they were too tight, and I donated them to the You First Project here in Atlanta, run by a friend of mine named Erica Wright. Um, my hands have gotten bigger. My shoulders have gotten broader. Um, I've my weight is redistributing in my hips to my stomach. So, at 58, I'm gonna have to start doing some stuff that to get my stomach flat again. It wasn't flat anyway, but now it's even bigger. So I'm gonna have to start doing exercises and lifting weights and things of that nature, which I don't mind. It's one of the things they tell us to do to deal with the mood swings that happen as a result of T. Do things that men do to deal with stress and things like that. So I will definitely get on that bandwagon. Um, Other things happening, body hair everywhere, which actually started a long time before the hair on my face started coming in. I don't mind hair. Some people don't. They want to get rid of it, but it's a sign of my manhood for me. So just for me, I'm not going to shave. I may not even shave my face. I may have it trimmed by my barber, because I really don't want to go back to looking like a female, which I will instantly when if I cut the hair off my face. Um, Anyway, something else that's happening is that I went through menopause in my latter 40s, I think, and I had absolutely no sex drive. Well, I had a little bit of one, but not much, because of what menopause does to the female body. So my right now, testosterone T puts you into male puberty, makes you feel like you're about 13, 14 years old boys. And if you know anything about that, you'll know that the libido is off the hook. I mean, completely off the chain. Um, I gave my body part a name. It started out Junior, because even though I had a lot of junk, um, the level of testosterone that I was on was too low for a long time. It's since been changed, but it was too low, so that part of my body wasn't growing. I was hoping it would grow faster than it did, but it didn't. But I went from calling it Junior to Maniac. I'm telling you, I have never felt so alive in my life. Yeah, it makes you super horny all the time. I'm thinking thoughts that I've never thought before, and I understand how men think and how they feel, and I'm thinking things I never thought before, and I won't even go into that because it's probably going to be X-rated. At any rate, other things that are happening are, I don't know if cisgender women realize that I'm an FTM. They may just think I'm a man, but I'm getting a lot of attention from cisgender women. Uh, Unbelievable. And even some of my lesbian friends have come back to me, and it's been remarkable. But I am engaged, so I can't, mess with those women. I can be friends with them, but that's it. Um, and but I'll tell you a little story that happened to me before I proposed to my fiance. I was at Popeyes, and I went in to order my food, and I felt somebody staring at me. So I look over, and there's this gorgeous, fine, beautiful woman staring at me with her man sitting right next to her. He was eating, so he didn't know what she was doing, and she just kept staring at me and staring at me. So I kind of, looked away, went, sat down to wait for my food, and look over, and she's still staring at me. So I'm looking right back at her. I didn't have any kind of expression on my face, but as she was looking at me, I was looking at her. I don't have a problem with people looking at me. Some people have a problem with that, but I don't. Anyway, I got my food and I left, and I was parked right out front of the door, and she and her man started to come out. And she's looking at me the entire time, and I'm looking right back, and he's nonchalant. So they go over to, they passed the car and went to his car, and he opened the door for her. And for just a brief instant, I wanted to jump out of my car, open up the passenger door, and ask her, wouldn't she like to get in my car instead of the one she was getting in? And then I just start laughing at myself. I have enough maturity not to act on stuff that'll get me beat up. In fact, when I got home, I told my cousin that I'll probably get beat up by the end of the year by some woman's man if stuff like this continues to happen. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna get beat up. But just the fact that women are coming out of the woodworks is just amazing to me. I don't know if trans men are the thing or the hot thing these days, or a trend, or exactly what is going on, but I'm getting befriended by all sorts of women, and of course having to tell them that I'm engaged and I'm already involved with someone. But it's flattering. That's all I can say about that. But so I also want to talk about the fact that there are many trans men who are stealth. And from what I've been told, and what I've listened to and read, a lot of them do it for safety reasons. They may have family, a wife, kids, their job, things of that nature. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. But some of us were meant to be on the front lines, to help with the movement, to help other people transition, to help society realize that we're here. We're not going anywhere. In fact, we're growing in the invisibility, if not numbers. And there's got to be some of us out here, especially FTMs, to help cisgender people in society realize that we're good people. We just happen to be transgender. We just need to educate them. And so they can stop being afraid of us. The same way they were afraid of gays and lesbians back in the 70s and 80s. It needs to happen again. So I'm one of those that is going to be visible. Part of the visibility is going to be in mentoring, inspiring, and helping people transition in their journey. And another thing I want to talk about is brotherhood. I think it's very, very important to have men around you, other FTM men around you, for camaraderie purposes, for support purposes, and I'm meeting a lot of guys these days, a lot of FTM guys, and it's just totally touched me and and changed me, and we have a lot of fun together because I'm really off the chain type of person. I may not appear that way on these videos, but I'm crazy. You know, I'll say I don't have any filter on my mouth, so I'll say just about anything, and I'll do just about anything because of my training as a public speaker. We had some seminars where we just had to be off the chain, and I've been that way ever since. The other thing, another thing I want to talk about is the fact that, you know, I don't know why, but I'm not drawing any negativity towards myself. I'm not getting negative people telling me that I'm wrong to be FTM, or that my transition is wrong, or religious people coming and telling me I'm going to go to hell. I'm not getting any of that. And I don't know if that has more to do with my personality and the kind of energy I put out in the world, or what. Because I read daily on Facebook, people having all this negative people around them, their family, everything else is going on around them, and I'm just not attracting that kind of energy because I put positive energy in the world. I think I'm going to say that time and time again. The more positive you put out, the more positive you get back. The more confident you are, the less likely you are to be bothered by what anybody thinks. I don't care what people think. I only care what I think, what God thinks, what my close friends think, what my fiance thinks. And that's it. Everybody else can kiss my ass. As far as I'm concerned, it's like, well, really, who am I living my life around? God or other people? Well, God. And I know what he thinks of me. So, and he loves me. So I don't care if anybody else does. I mean, I do to a degree, but I don't really. The other thing I wanted to say is that I'm a cisgender male. I've loved women all of my life. I did try the straight route. I did try men, but that was just an awful experience for me. And the kind of men that I went for were pretty effeminate looking. Some of them were studs, but I just did it because I thought that's what I was supposed to do. And I quickly went through that period of my life, and that's when I jumped on the lesbian bandwagon. The last thing I want to talk about is to try to have fun with your transition. This change is hard enough. Really, it's hard enough without making yourself miserable. You know, if you're not having fun in your life, you're going to be miserable. Things are going to get to you. Your job, your family, your friends, all this other stuff. It's going to get to you if you don't have a sense of humor about this, if you don't have a sense of humor about yourself, if you can't laugh at yourself at times. Just have fun. Life is too short, and so am I. I heard that a friend of mine told me that the other day, and I've been using it ever since. I may look tall, I may carry myself tall, but I'm only 5'5". So I'm pretty short as humans go. So that's basically all I want to say today. I will definitely say other things. I will talk incessantly, probably. Maybe even get on your nerves a little bit. But guess what? I don't care. I have a message. I have lots of messages to give. And God told me that I was going to give them, so I'm going to. And y'all have a blessed day.